What's up, everybody? This is Malfoy the Pizza Boy, and welcome back to the road to Super Bowl 54. This is week 4. We're against one of our divisional rivals, the Chicago Bears. Let's get straight into it.
You know what they say. Something's gotta give. It's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see two teams, each riding a 3-game win streak, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good game. The Bears D is gonna be hard to play against. Khalil Mack can get his way through the Vikings offensive line.
A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten.
So I'm mostly going
in week 4.
need to see can get the ball out mostly right away.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard
almost got out.
Great return.
38 yards.
So here's the
Easton Stick coming
making
out.
Their way out. They'll be led out by a 5th-round pick in the 2019 draft out of North Dakota State. It's Easton Stick.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award.
I'm gonna have to watch out for them.
Though was about, let's take that forward now. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so
I kind of want to get
2nd and a yard.
To Adam Thielen early in this game. Get to Thielen and get to Diggs.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stick. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm mostly watching him this whole game.
Well, many times when you talk about quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any
stay away from Eddie Jackson. I gotta try to stay away from Khalil.
Trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target.
No, got a punt.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense.
Eddie Jackson and Khalil, I got those two. I got to watch out for them.
That's a pretty good first step right there.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by their quarterback who grew up just outside of Cleveland on Lake Erie, Mitchell Trubisky.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
I forgot about him.
And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
Running back Tariq Cohen brings us all to our feet when he's on the field because you never know how they're going to utilize it. In 2018, was able to run, throw, and catch a touchdown pass. And in addition, was a 2018 Pro Bowl return specialist for the NFC. The human joystick makes everything better when he's on the field.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I wonder whose guy that was.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I need people covering people. Right, Cohen is the only one with
First down, a run with Cohen. And able to work about
good job,
5
Harrison.
yards out of this as he's taken down.
Cohen's the only
near
one with the head
47.
tap on the offense.
Here now the starters defensively for the Vikings. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Yeah. This is going to be a good game.
Second and 5 now. Trubisky and Miller with it over the middle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. The completion good for 3 and it's second down.
I don't know what to let it.
Only netted him 3.
Some of the Vikings I still don't know
Second
the name for. I think he's on the news.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush and down he goes. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that third and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work, but in this situation, the pressure got to him. Chance there from long distance to get our first points on the board. How close was it to getting there? Pretty darn close.
First and 10, Stick. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown.
How the hell did that happen?
Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. As his
How
guys
the
are able
hell
to
did
strike
that happen?
first here in this opening quarter. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point.
Did that happen? I am shocked.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
I did not even see that coming.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Truthfully, I thought that was either going to be an
offense
incomplete
now at the
pass
line,
or a
ready
pick.
for their next drive.
I didn't think
Last time
Steven was
out,
going
they
to
had
catch
that
it because
long
I was
50-plus-yard field
throwing
goal
it
that
to
they
Dalvin.
missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Oh, Cohen lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, good job. Harrison with the freaking hit stick.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down now, it's Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Stick. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
50, plant.
Gotta get this.
They'll run with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though?
Oh, that should have been a pick.
And they were able to
Boy,
drive back out
come
on the field to
on.
start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their
Anthony
team a
should have had
touchdown.
that.
But
He
they
really
know
should
they've got
have.
to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4th.
But give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing
There
act,
you go,
isn't it?
guys,
Because
to,
you're exactly right. They're
Febro.
not too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they
Most
did
in
put points on the
type
board.
of situation, like,
In this league,
I just need
you
a
take points
score.
when you can get them. Not easily
Good
done.
score, but
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stick. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stick looks to throw. Forced out to his left. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Ready, set.
Stick looks to throw it again. Buying time to his left. And he's
There we
gonna
go,
score.
Stick is
It's
in.
a Viking touchdown. Easton Stick with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Heard a coach talk
That
about
was
those
really
late and a
open.
half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
That is
They
a
got
good
the
cushion I
extra
got from the
point,
Bears.
and that makes our score
Khalil Mack.
17-0.
I have been watching him. He has been dressing me
Bailing
good.
out to kick it away after the touchdown.
Like, so mostly my eyes are for
This
when I'm
fielded a few
playing.
yards into the
It's
end
mostly
zone.
on
And no run back here.
Khalil
This will
Mack
be a
more than my
touchback, and it
receivers.
comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder coming up tonight, a
Like,
tough ticket
I
in
watch
New
him
Orleans.
right
The
away. If he
Cowboys in
can
town
get
to
through
take on
my
the Saints on
line,
Sunday
then I
Night Football.
strictly
And
try to find
tomorrow
somebody
night,
open. If
Charles
he
and I, we go
doesn't,
to
then
Pittsburgh, Bengals and Steelers, two teams.
I know it's gonna happen
well,
soon.
They don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense
Oh, I thought it was
off
gonna be
balance with
hurry
what
up.
they're doing. I think the
I
converse
think they're
has been
gonna
true
try
in
to
this
get some
game.
Yeah, I
points.
think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Now Trubisky.
Oh,
Coming
Harrison.
from
No,
the
no,
Vikings,
Hunter.
and they get there and bring him down.
I thought it was Harrison. I
Now
thought
the
they
Bears going to use
expected.
the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. After the sack on
There we
first
go.
down,
Harrison
Trubisky.
is in with the sack.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop
I'm starting
me.
to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. 28-14 was your final score. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Kerryon Johnson, a touchdown run in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, no
This is
stupid
fielded at
mistake.
the
That's
goal
all
line.
I gotta say.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Even though I got a good cushion. Hey, is that Patterson?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the
It's
Bears
Cordell on the-
offense.
No.
And that first half, one to forget really on both
Bears
sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So, as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down, and find a way to get
Stupid
back in this one.
mistake
Because
could
right
lose
now
me
you're
the
down
game.
big,
Even
you're
though I
being
got
shut
a good
out. Let's see
cushion.
if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They
No
run
call.
on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there.
Everything is
It'll be
gonna be in
second
there.
down.
2 tackles, 1 sack.
Again, it's Cohen. And an alley to run. And
Oh,
getting this
Ruger's
just shy
field
of
right there is
midfield.
not
They'll
good at
spot
all.
it at the 49. 12 yards there and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
11 more on that one and another first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen.
Oh, there's
And they
Daniel
went the
Hunter.
wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Slam.
They try again with Cohen.
Nope.
It
Cohen's
looks
not
like a
going
pickup
anywhere.
of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Out to his left. And he works it past the
he
30,
got that.
almost to the 25. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Short passes and run.
Play
It's a
action. It's
touchdown.
Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Once again,
Say
they'll
that
come
ain't
up on
good
the
enough, man.
26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Big stop, D.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen.
Ooh, and here's him at the head.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon.
And
Didn't get a
Trubisky
whole
just
lot better
throwing
there.
it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
There we go. Blocked football. Perfect.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. The big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and try to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe. Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign.
I could not get it
And
out.
he goes down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Stick looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Sack, baby. Sack, baby.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
Yeah, I'm not
Here's
doing
Matt
something
Wild
stupid.
now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Oh, that was not a good punt either.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Throw left side
Kendrick,
complete.
you did good.
It's Cohen. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Back now
now
at
fourth
Soldier
quarter.
Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch
Face
route.
mask?
And he'll be brought down.
Whole
That's a
ball.
face mask. Certainly
Yeah,
looked
face
like it
mask.
indeed. Here come the flags. So they'll
Holton
take the
Hill,
yardage
yeah,
and tack
I
on
was right, it was
15
Holton.
more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job,
Yeah, I
right?
think
Trying
I
to
just
get him
pulled
on
up
the
Patterson.
ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here.
User hits it.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They're rolling it good.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And inside the 20 before he's brought
Kendricks.
down. Now after the running play,
Oh,
we've got
God.
a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
No, Kendricks. Out. Hopefully it's not that bad of an injury.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Out of the gun, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton.
Oh,
and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears cut into that lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah,
I thought that was going to be onside early.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Vikings to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it.
Kyle, come on.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
You know what?
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he gets started.
We need to keep it going.
Have the first down yardage to the 35. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Abdullah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
I can't even get into it, Dalvin. That's the thing.
As he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. That one looks like he'll throw here. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what'll be an important
Khalil Mack is an OP player, and he's on fire too.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long, rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view.
He is a good player. I can give him that. But
after the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Now it's Trubisky.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Trubisky.
Throwing it away.
It's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Dang it.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover.
Yeah, it was blocked. That
I know
was
his coach is screaming, just hang
30
on to the
seconds
ball, man.
left.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield.
I did not play
It's
a good
incomplete.
game for off
So they'll
defense.
come
I'm
up after the
keeping it good.
incompletion for 2nd down.
Somewhat.
Now it's Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now.
Mike Hughes,
Probably going
how's
to
it
rely on the
going?
onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they
Hopefully
have to. It's not a
we
high
can-
percentage
I can
play,
see
but it's
him
better
this
than
year.
not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Vikings hands team able to recover. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought
Oh,
analytics
God,
into the
both of
game,
them.
and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a run with Cook. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
There we go, clock management. I'm going
After the
for the
pickup
kneel.
of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Final play of the game.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
Good game. Good game. I give it that.
But
The
Charles, we
Bears,
saw a comeback bid
they
fall
came
just
back.
a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
won
So
by
for the
3
Vikings,
points.
hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Alright, I'm just gonna leave it here. And if you guys liked it, smash that like button. I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later, guys.